I'll have order. Order in this court. Order. Order, I say. The Honorable Judge Jazzy is now overseeing the trial of Prosecutor Ash. What are the charges, and who is the defendant? Ash is not even talking.
Ash is muted.
Can't hear Ash.
I think Ash has completely muted himself.
I think Jazzy needs to unmute.
I can hear Jazz.
Yeah, we were talking to each other.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Oh,
we just
okay.
can't hear
Did
Ash.
Ash completely
Can't you-
mute?
Well, can't you mute him and unmute him?
Yeah, I could do that, but
Can you hear me now?
I can hear
Yes.
you now.
I guess you cannot hear me at all when I'm writing up the charges.
Oh.
You have
No.
accused Mr. Pip of being a little stinker, and I have to defend Mr. Pip?
Absolutely you do. Because we have so much evidence against the defendant. Your Honor,
I'll do my
Order.
best.
Prosecutor Ash, you were accusing Mr. Pip of being a little stinker. What are the charges? Bring forth the evidence.
okay, first of all, even his doctor says that he's a little stinker, okay?
I would like to.
Order!
The
Jury
would
cannot
like-
talk. The jury cannot talk during this procedure.
All right, fine.
You are here to observe and witness, and then come up with a.
Yep.
You have to debate afterwards.
So as the whole court can see here, if you look, hold on, where's the point? If you look over there, you can see clear as day written on the medical paperwork, little stinker. All right, boom. I rest my time.
Mr. Price, the defendant, what do you say against these charges?
Well, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I find
it's
this to
just
be
me.
a
just
kangaroo
me.
court. This is a kangaroo court. But if I must, then I suppose it would be important to know that there is a witness to these events. And this person, Judge, Your Honor, do you see this?
I do.
Do you see this?
I do. Mr. Ash, I'm gonna have to ask you to
Yes.
stop, or I'll put you in contempt.
So as I was saying,
How dare you?
Go on.
there you go.
Go on.
Thank you, Your Honor. There was a person who does not have a home, living nearby the doctor's office, where this is allegedly to have happened, and notes that while there was a cat that was taken in to get this diagnosis of stinker, it was in fact a different Mr. Pip.
Oh.
Prosecution, what do you say to this new evidence?
Yeah, thank you very much, Judge Jazzy. Your Honorable Judge Jazzy, you're doing a fantastic job today.
No ass kissing!
I would like. Excuse me, I need to talk. Okay, there we go. I would like to. We have evidence, Your Honor, that even though this person without a home claims that there was a different cat, it was still, in fact, Mr. Pip, and all this person without a home did. Come on. Some. Do I? Oh, I need the. There we go. Thank you, Your Honor. All this person without a home did to try to ruse, to try to convince people that Mr. Pip is not a little stinker. They just shot Mr. Pip. They shot the defendant with a water gun in an attempt to make him not be so stinky, but it failed, as it obviously still ended up on his medical records. Boom, roasted.
Well, Your Honor, I must say that these are quite the accusations. But what you may not know is that the perpetrator of the water gun incident was seen previous to said incident in the park, meeting with one specific individual known for stinking it up. That individual is the prosecution.
Oh! Oh, this is a turn of events! I do believe you should recuse yourself, Mr. Prosecutor Ash, if these accusations are true.
Excuse me, Your Honor. These accusations are absolutely not true. No, incorrect.
Can you defend yourself? What say you?
So
Sounds like you're gonna need a defense attorney over there.
the
Very
defense.
good, as you can see.
The defense claims that I, in fact, had a secret meeting with the defendant, in which I apparently am, in fact, the secret stinky one. Is that what you're claiming over here?
I'm claiming that you met with a third party in order to get this water gun and to put stink in the water, spray the cat, and frame him for stinkiness.
In fact, this goes far deeper than the defense is claiming, Your Honor. While there was, in fact, a secret meeting, and while there was, in fact, an original plot not perpetrated by me to put stink into the water gun, it goes even deeper because there is, in fact, an international cartel that has been using encrypted USB keys to trade secret stink information between each other for the stink cartel, Your Honor. Which the defendant is the head of.
Lies, accusations! Your Honor, I am offended by these accusations from the prosecution, and I must say, I think I have some evidence to show that it is actually an admission of guilt from the prosecutor, because every accusation is actually an admission.
Show
because
me.
I have the search history, and I saw that it was in fact him who was searching across the darknet in order to find this stinky water gun.
Incorrect. Hello? Objection, Your Honor?
Sustain.
Excuse me, I have not heard anything.
I was just saying words. Sustain. Order in court. Prosecutor Ash, what do you say against these accusations?
Absolutely false. Okay, the client, the defendant over there, absolutely is the head of the stink cartel, and I can prove it that the only reason that he has gotten that Mr. Pip is on trial today and is facing these charges of stinkitude is that his own stink cartel has turned against him because he dared to cut their salary. So, the stink cartel turned against him, planted stink-based water in the water gun to stink him up, which has ended up on his medical records. I can hold right-click to zoom in. This is new information to me. Okay.
I need a medical witness. I do believe someone on the jury is a medical professional.
Objection! The jury cannot be a witness, Your Honor.
I shall hear from Jury Peachy-Enna, who is a medical professional, about said water gun stinkiness cartel.
I don't think I'm allowed to be a witness as a jury member, Judge.
You're right. Okay. Order. Defendant, Mr. Price, what do you have to say about this?
Your Honor, I believe I have a character witness who can speak to whether or not the prosecution has been naughty or nice. Santa Claus has the list, and I believe what we will find on that list is Pip is in the nice side, as are you, Judge Jazzy, Your Honor.
Oh, thank you.
And yet the prosecution is not on that list because the prosecution is on the naughty list.
Objection, Your Honor.
Sustained. Wait, what is...
Don't even have to say anything.
Objection, Your Honor.
Don't make fun of me! I am the judge!
I have evidence to prove that was not, in fact, Santa Claus.
Who was it?
Santa Claus, I think, very well known for driving around in a sleigh. Okay, I think most people are aware of that. That Santa Claus, quote unquote, was driving around in a rented 1992 Honda. Okay, that was not Santa Claus. Okay, that was just the same person without a home squirting up people with supposedly stinky liquid.
My goodness. These accusations.
I rest my case.
Ridiculous.
Boom.
Wait. Let me get this straight. You're saying that Pip is a little stinker, but you just said that this houseless person was squirting people with a water gun to be stinky. So you're saying that Pip is not stinky to begin with. he just happened to get stinky by this perpetrator.
Because he is the head of the Stink Cartel, Your Honor, and that it was the Mr. Pips, the defendant's own budget cuts, his own salary cuts, that caused this person to become houseless in the first place, which caused the houseless person to take revenge and cause him to be stinky, which he deserved for being the head of the Stink Cartel.
Your Honor, may I say,
I want to hear from
that
Mr. Price.
Pip is not on trial for whether or not he is a stinky boy via the whether or not he changed salaries.
I need
or
to hear
anything
this,
else.
Prosecutor Ash. You will stop?
You may be finding him guilty of other crimes, Prosecutor Ash, things that you believe are inappropriate. And yet, you have yet to produce evidence of said stinkiness. You continue to fight my... Look at... Your Honor! Did you see the stinkiness presented in the court right here?
I did. Present your last evidence.
And my last evidence shall put together everything in a nice little bow. Because you know what, Prosecutor Ash, what you don't know is that I have friends. And one of my friends is a nosy concierge. And that nosy concierge may have overheard you speaking to the Stink Cartel about acquiring said stinky water gun so that you could spray my defendant here in order to stinkify him because you had a grudge. And you want to know what that grudge was? He was nibbling on your sock. I rest my case, Your Honor.
Order. Don't let me put you in contempt again, Prosecutor Ash.
Sorry, Judge.
All right.
Jeez. Jeez.
I would like to hear closing arguments for each person, starting with Prosecutor Ash.
Okay, Your Honor, honorable jurors of the court. I think there's some behind me. I can't turn around all the way. I'm just a sock. What you've heard today should prove without a shadow of the doubt that Mr. Pip, the defendant, is in fact a little stinker. You've heard evidence that he has on his medical records shows that he's a little stinker. You've heard evidence that he's the head of a stink cartel. Who else would be stinky? You've heard evidence that he even dared to cut the salaries of his stink employees. And you've seen evidence to disprove the fact that Santa Claus or a houseless person may have suggest otherwise, that he is in fact not stinky. No, in fact, everything points to him being the ringleader of said stink. If the stink fits, you must prosecute. Boom! I rest my case.
Mr. Price.
Your Honor.
Your closing
Your
arguments.
Honor. I believe what we have heard here is quite the story. Quite the story indeed. Quite nefarious and quite untrue. I believe what I have produced today will show that a lawyer hiding as a sock is actually a snake. Because what we see from the evidence is a lawyer taking advantage of their position in order to get revenge on a sweet little cat for nibbling on his sock. We have a witness showing that it was a different cat that was gone to diagnose as stinky. We have evidence of a secret meeting between that prosecutor over there and a stink merchant. We have the search history of said prosecutor looking for ways to apply stink directly to a cat. We have Santa Claus who has the naughty list. And can we please all recognize that it is far easier to believe that Santa Claus is the true Santa Claus with the naughty and nice list. That there are some preposterous Santa impersonator driving around in a car from the 1993. It's absolutely ridiculous. And finally,
92.
Excuse me, I apologize, Your Honor. And finally, a nosy concierge who heard everything. Your Honor, I believe what we have here is simply a lawyer taking advantage of their position to try and punish a sweet, sweet little boy. I rest my case, Your Honor.
Thank you. Now, we will begin deliberations. Jury, honorable jury
that's
of
me.
the court, Peachy Anna.
Yep.
You've heard the evidence brought forth about Mr. Pip.
Yep.
Do you need time to deliberate, or do you have your verdict?
I have my verdict, and I will give it to you via secret message.
Oh, okay.
So you So you can read it aloud, you know?
I can read it aloud. Yes. Okay.
Because otherwise, if I say it, then that would take away from you getting to say the final verdict, you know?
Mr. Ash, you cannot badger my jury and intimidate them. I will hold you in contempt.
I would never do that, Your Honor. Absolutely not. No.
I've given you the secret envelope that has the
Yes, I've gotten the secret envelope.
verdict on there that we have all decided. We deliberated for 15 days about this. It was
15
rough.
days.
Me and the rest of these cardboard nobodies could not decide. So
All right, here I am
it
opening.
took 15 days.
I'm opening the envelope. I see. All right, it says, Peachiana, me, the jury, Peachiana, have concluded that Pip is not guilty of being a little stinker.
How dare! Mistrial!
Congrats!
Yay!
Yay, Pip! Take that, Ash. How dare you accuse Pip of being such a stinker?
I'll be the juror this time.
Okay. And do you want to be
shall
defense or
judge.
Josh,
prosecutor?
you want to play? It's free. It's a demo.
Yeah, Josh, get up in here.
Josh.
Josh.
Josh, do you have any grievances that you would like to argue out, that you would like to prosecute?
Do I have grievances? Yes, but I feel like
Don't want to bring down the mood.
I already know what you're gonna do, Josh.
I was like, no, we're gonna go ahead, y'all. I will jury. I will
We'll
Are
jury.
you sure?
Yes, I will let y'all do the thing, and I shall cast my judgment as such.
Okay.
Because Anna's not ready for the smoke. So.
I
It's
can't
true.
wait. I can't wait to see that battle.
Josh is just gonna make me cry on stream, and then it'll be. Then you'll feel real bad.
I was gonna say I feel bad already.
Okay.
All right.
Waiting for the prosecutor. I am Honorable
so
Judge
sorry.
Fruitington.
Oh,
Welcome.
hey there, fellow juror. How you doing over here? What? Couldn't get out of jury duty, huh? Like
I like your hat.
Oh, thanks.
It's very stylish. Looks like you just came from the Burgerama. Is that the day job?
Looks like you came from the Men's Warehouse.
The jury just starts talking smack on each other. Hey, what was it? Discount day at Men's Warehouse? Wow.
Yeah, I tried filling out the form. I was like, I can't. Today is the day that the Halo 17 drops. I really need this time free, but they didn't let me. They didn't let me have this off. And wouldn't you know it, I got selected to be on the jury. God.
Well, I mean, the great thing about jury duty is, they pay you that, 17 cents a day to make up for any loss of loss of income during your normal work. So like, yeah, we're out here living life. It's great.
I mean, these guys are suckers. I don't even make money from my normal work. So
Can we have order in the court, please? Prosecution, do you have your charges?
I'm ready.
oh.
What?
Jeez, this should be a good
case
case. This should be a good case here.
The state versus the Brian J. accused of 3D printing a car.
I wouldn't 3D print a movie.
Brian J, you didn't wear your bow tie to court. I'm very disappointed in you.
I mean,
Would
he
the
was.
prosecution like to present evidence?
Yes,
this?
I may.
Is that the right one?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. We hear the Excuse me. We hear the prosecution are accusing Brian J of printing a car using this old computer. As you can see, 3D printing is not a crime, but it is a crime to print a car that will be used on the road, and it is against lots of regulations to print a car that hasn't gone through any state or federal security
Can the
checks.
prosecution even name that regulation?
Your mom.
It's actually
I believe that
right.
evidence. It's enough for me.
Ooh, that's good evidence. They got an old computer in here. That's good evidence.
Yeah, and they cited your wow.
Yeah, your mom regulation. Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah, it's in
Does
section
Does the
7,
defense
line
have their
14.
own evidence to present?
I do, Your Honor. Thank you so much. Well, as you know, that is a hefty charge that you have given my good defendant, the Brian J. But I would like to present this bit of evidence into the court, which is actually Brian J's search history. As you can see, there is no history on his computer about 3D printing a car. It's all bow tie porn. So, and grenades. So, with this search history, there is no indication that he would ever have any way or want to print a car.
Can the jury see some of that search history?
You cannot talk, jury. You are supposed to. You are quiet until your time.
Order. This is my courtroom. And
how do we
allow
know?
the jury to speak between evidences for the purpose of banter. You may continue, jury.
I mean, I guess, like, where would someone even, you know, not that I want to see bow tie porn, but like, where would I even go? Like, if I want to make sure to avoid.
Does the prosecution have any other evidence that they would like to present in order to counter this?
I do. The reason why the search history was erased is because Brian J. hired a street magician to make it disappear.
Ooh.
And we have said street magician in our cells right now, talking to our detectives about how he did that perpetration using magic.
He's in the cells? Did you arrest him?
Yeah, he's a magician for erasing. He was tampering with our evidence and erasing the search history of downloading a car.
May I ask how he made it disappear?
A magician never tells his secrets, but he has.
That's a good point.
He has confirmed. He has what's the word? What's the
corroborated?
Yes, he corroborated how to. I can't talk anymore. I'm intimidated now.
Understood.
Anyways, he made him disappear. I rest.
Like some sort of like a trick, like he waved a wand, or like
I was kind of confused. I heard the final countdown playing when I was like coming in today. I couldn't figure out why, but somebody must have been doing an illusion.
Oh, illusions. That's right. Yeah.
Order in the court. Would the defense like to present evidence now that this street magician has come into play?
I would, because I am here to help Brian J. And I would like to present this evidence. It is. Hold on. Yeah, there we go. Sorry, it was stuck in my pocket. The business card of said street magician, which does not include the word magician. It's called illusionist. Judge Price, which we all know that magic, tricks, and illusions are quite different. So how are we?
But are they still the same profession?
I'm top prosecutor Jesse. I did not interrupt you while I was listening to your tale.
Ow.
You have been wronged.
How are we to trust the word of this so-called street magician when there are lies everywhere on this business card? I yield the rest of my time.
I'm going to find you in contempt of court, Prosecutor Jazzy.
How dare you? How dare you?
My goodness.
How dare you?
Absolutely unacceptable.
That is a lot of paper here on this.
They're
Very
just like an
aggressive,
unlimited stack
very
of it,
aggressive
right? Like
prosecutor.
where are they getting it
I
from?
have evidence of this business card is not from this magician. This business card that you have produced is actually a Sad Clown card. You have obviously mixed up your business cards in your pocket because they got stuck. Yeah. A street magician and an illusionist are still the same thing. Just ask David Blaine. I rest my case.
David Blaine's
say
gonna come
you
over
in
here.
the defense?
I was going to say, David Blaine's about to kick that prosecutor's ass. That's a very dangerous move to say, yeah.
This new evidence that has been produced, it is taking me back a moment. I just need to look at all of my evidence real quick. Don't worry, Brian J. Don't worry, we got this in the bag. It's fine. This
Defense looks like they're in trouble. Oh no. Brian J. might be going down for this.
Okay.
Does the defense have anything to say?
Yes, I do. So what Prosecutor Jazzy is saying is that my business card that I produce is of the sad clown, right? Correct? Is that what we were saying?
I believe that is what was said.
Well, I want you to know that this sad clown, I did do some background checks on this sad clown.
Bonked.
And he, in fact, this sad clown, has a rental car that they 3D printed. So, as you can see, Brian J is not the criminal printing cars, 3D printing cars.
Objection!
It is the sad clown, based on this
Objection!
new evidence that we have found.
Objection.
I yield the
What
rest
is
of
your
my time.
objection?
How do we know that this said 3D printed car was not printed by Brian J himself?
Sustained.
That's a good point.
How
Yeah.
do you what does the defense have to say?
Because
is
I
this a
saw
car
him
that you
print
can
it.
drive in, or is this like a little?
Because-
like,
You
a
saw
house?
him print it with your own
Because,
eyes? Isn't that illegal?
It's
You may
not
have
illegal to
recuse
watch
yourself if this is
anything.
true. Are you? Hold on a second. Is the defense in a 3D printing business with the defendant?
I cannot confirm or deny such accusations. You'll have to take me to court for that. That's a different trial altogether.
You
But
know,
what I would like-
corruption in the courts. It's
Yeah, it's really going too far.
You know,
here.
Don't
honestly,
make
like,
me,
there's-
don't make
The
me
defense
prosecute you
lawyers
next behind
clearly
me.
in the pocket of Brian J here. yeah.
clearly in
allowed
the
the
pocket of big 3D
jury to
printed
speak in
cars.
Big
Right.
3D printing is a
Big
problem all
3D
across the
printed
soft
cars.
I
country.
cannot
What?
concentrate on on what is being
Order,
said with
order.
the jury behind me.
Order. The defense will allow the jury to speak.
All right, all right. This is your court, Honorable Judge Price. I am sorry. I have overstepped my bounds. I regret it.
I'll be
Back-
honest.
back-
At
back
the end
to
of the day, I
the-
just really want to see this car.
Back to the 3D printed car. How do we know that it was not Brian J? Well, we have to look at Brian J's apron. Did
Apron?
that show up? Hold on,
You
hold
may-
on,
you
hold
may
on,
try
hold
now.
on. There we go. At his stained apron.
I'm a little concerned about this thing
Because-
showing up after the search history.
Yeah, what kind of stains are those?
Oh no!
Order,
As you can
order.
see,
We will not
as you
speak
can
in bow
see,
ties
We
inappropriately
have
in this
had
courtroom.
we have had the medical examiner examine the stained apron, and there are no stains that would factor in to a stain that would be caused by 3D printing a car. It is
Wait,
other
objection!
stains entirely.
Objection!
Yes. What
You
is your
just
objection?
said that the stained apron has no stains.
You
Stain?
stopped listening to me after I said stains, and you just automatically were like, objection. You have to listen to the full sentence.
Order. The defense will speak on the evidence, not on their rivalry with the prosecution.
I said the stained apron does not have stains that are of the nature of 3D printing. They are other stains. I got the medical examiner's review right here, and as you can see, the stains are blood,
Does someone
not
normally?
3D printing stains.
I'll admit, I'm not like big into 3D printing. Do you normally wear an apron when you 3D print? Would it
What if this was some sort of like dark magic 3D printing, and you had to like cast a circle with like your blood to be able to 3D print the?
Oh,
I feel like I've seen that in movies before.
blood printing. Yeah, I think that was an
Dark-
Avatar.
dark
Absolutely.
exorcism,
This is
yeah.
3D
this is
printing.
ridiculous. You're saying that the
Order,
stains
order.
are blood?
Yeah, I'm
We
not
will
saying the
speak
medical
of occult
examiner is saying that.
sacrifices in this courtroom. Does the prosecution have evidence to present against the defendant?
I do. Brian J is being accused of 3D printing a car, and he's using his old computer to do it. He hired a street magician to clear his history, and the sad clown obviously was just a victim of Peachy Enna's misuse of evidence. But what I have here is how Brian J was able to get the files for this downloaded car. He actually made a deal with the demon, and that's where the bloodstains come from. He summoned the demon through a cult,
Brian J, you didn't tell me about this.
and that
Reggie,
is
you have
how
to tell
he
me
got
everything.
the 3D construct of the car to print.
Well, these are quite the accusations. Does the defense have anything to say about that? Or the jury?
I do, Your Honor. It is recently, the defendant, Brian J, has just passed me some new evidence that I would like to produce for the court.
Oh, this was not revealed in Discovery. This is.
It was not. I just found out about it myself, Judge Price. So I apologize for that. But I would like to present the stalked letter. This letter was just given to me by the Brian J. And that is because the demon that he summoned, it was an accidental summoning because the demon was actually stalking my defendant, the Brian J.
I think it's because Brian J broke the contract with it. You see, it says where it said the contract. They didn't mention there was a broken contract. I think
Probably
that's
said
what
that they were gonna like stop looking at all of that bow tie porn, and then
Brian
just couldn't
J
resist.
wanted to get rid of the stalker in his life because who doesn't? Granted, Brian J should have come to this court first to then, fight the demon normally, but that is a different case entirely.
As we do in this court.
As we do in this court. But
Your Honor,
Brian J was merely trying to save himself from the evil demon.
Your Honor,
Order.
I yield the rest of my time.
I have one last piece of evidence about this. Brian J obviously premeditated this crime because he had a map that took him to the summoning circle that gave him the instructions on how to summon this demon. This stalker letter is not of a angry demon that, is stalking Brian J. Brian J purposely summoned this demon. And you know how he did it? He sacrificed his own bow tie to do it. That is why the defendant is not wearing a bow tie right now.
Order!
I rest my case.
Whoa.
Oh no!
The Brian J. Before I cast judgment on all of this, there is a bow tie underneath that collar, right?
I don't see one, Your Honor.
His silence is concerning.
Speaks volumes.
But my defendant has chosen not to speak for himself.
I'm gonna
in this
drink a
court.
log, sip
Pleading
my
the
coffee
fifth.
right here.
Yes. He's using his right of silence. Plus, we don't want Brian J to talk. He'll ruin everything. So,
He'll admit his guilt.
All right, now we shall let us go to closing statements. I put my thing down. Let us begin with the prosecution. Please provide your closing
Your
statement.
Honor. Here we have a man who is guilty of downloading a car using an old computer that he has. He was able to get these printed documents, the construct for this car, using an old treasure map that led him to a summoning contract where he sold his own bow tie to a demon to produce this car. And he hired a street magician to erase the search history so that no one can uncover this crime. I believe this is an open and shut case. If the bow tie is missing, he sacrificed it. I rest.
That street magician didn't do a very good job if the search history was also evidence.
Ladies, gentlemen, non-binary people of the court, I just want to remind you that the prosecutor has brought forth tons of evidence, tons of witnesses. We've been deliberating for a while now, but the one thing that the prosecution has not proven without a doubt is why. What is Brian J's motive for 3D printing a car? Am I right? There is no motive within the search history that we presented. The apron itself does not have any stains of 3D printing. So when you are deliberating, good jury of the court, I want you to take that into consideration, that my client, my defendant, has no motive for doing this. And if you convict him, you're making an innocent man go behind bars for forever.
Your Honor, I have one more thing to say.
No, you can't. That's a closing statement.
Closing statements mean closing.
I have one more thing to say.
You can't. That is
Mr.
the closing
Peachy Enna
statement.
has admitted that they used Brian J's services to print a car.
That doesn't count. That's not acceptable.
I believe they should accuse themselves.
No more of this. Order! I will bonk you. Bonk. Bonk. Jury, I don't know how to do this appropriately, but provide me with your judgment, please.
Do you think it's bad if I mentioned that I've had Brian J 3D print me a car in the past?
Okay, but here's the thing. Okay, so the defense said that based on the evidence there was no reason given as to why Brian J would have 3D printed that vehicle, right?
Right?
Right? So does that mean that there was no automotive?
Oh my God, you're right. Also, like the jury's
That's
like
amazing.
the jury's for sure not going to get to see any of the bow tie porn. We're final on that?
I think it's in the crumpled up balls of paper on the
Oh my God, they've been throwing it around.
Would the jury please provide their testimony?
Okay.
I think somebody just threw you some bow tie porn.
I think you.
Are they bribing the jury? Is it?
I think.
Oh my goodness.
I think
You know what?
Prosecutor Jazzy's.
Order!
I think-
I'm gonna have to pass judgment here. We're gonna kick the jury out.
no, I'm gonna pass my vote over to this juror 19 over here. He looks more professional in his men's warehouse suit, so I'm gonna let him have the vote.
Okay.
Can I catch it?
I'm gonna read the. Your Honor, we've reached a verdict.
And?
I just wanted to let you know.
Oh no. May I hear your verdict?
Oh yeah, sure. Okay.
Order. You will not be throwing bow tie. I mean, just paper at me.
We the jury find the Brian J accused of 3D printing a car not guilty, and it has nothing to do with the coupons that any of us have received for free 3D printed cars after the case.
Indeed. Well then.
This is a mockery. Mistrial.
how do
The
I do
jury
the
has
judgment?
been tampered with.
You
How
scroll
do I do the
down.
judgment?
There,
Oh, I
that
see.
one.
No, we haven't been tampered with. It has nothing to do with
Now-
it. I said it. Did you see?
Order.
Anna said you weren't listening to the full statement. This is.
I heard that there was
I rest my
coupons for
case.
3D printed cars.
I rest
I will
my
have
case,
order in this
Judge.
courtroom. Now, the jury has deliberated, and they have found the defendant to be not guilty. And I must say that as the judge in this case and the owner of a 3D printed car, I
my
find
God.
Brian J.
It
not
goes to the
guilty.
top. It goes to the top.